What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua. Get this. Eddie Hearn briefly sheds some light on the $1,000,000 question that we want to know, according to Owen. O2 underscore, quote, will we at least find out why he's not fighting until December soon? And Eddie Hearn quoted this: nothing decided. And people, let me counterpunch. Since Eddie Hearn doesn't have anything else to shed any light on, it just shows you that something abruptly happened. Now, I don't know if it was Joshua just deciding not to do this based on whatever, but it was definitely something that he had to be informed of himself. Because if it was something that Eddie Hearn knew, he would play around with it a little bit, like he did yesterday. News coming soon. But it went from news coming soon to nothing decided. Nothing decided response coming from Eddie Hearn, a guy that's the king of cap, and a lot of times that's a known promoter that talks and talks and talks and talks. This is not a good sign, people. This is a sign that he received some news that he doesn't know how to break it to anyone, so he just won't say shit. Okay? That's what I see with Eddie Hearn. I see Eddie Hearn just really now not even entertaining the idea of giving us someone because he hasn't even been working on anyone. I was hoping that at least they had something up their sleeve to captivate the audience and the fans that Joshua will be a part of. But now it's something a whole nother issue. I think Joshua has informed Eddie, and Eddie's like, okay, wow, what do I do with this? There's nothing that he could really do with it. So that's not a good sign. That's just Anthony Joshua deciding not to do it based on whatever. And we're still in the dark like we was when he first announced the news. But understand, Joshua announced this news. He announced this news yesterday that, hey, there will be no June comeback, fight, clash, progress, nothing. I won't fight until the end of the fucking year. Like, it's the first quarter of this year. And now we hear that a fighter that gave us a mediocre performance won't be coming back until December. That's very, very disappointing. And the most disappointing part is nobody knows why, not even the promoter. Because again, if he knew, he would have said something. He would have said an injury. He would have said, hey, well, he's taking some time off. Something happened. Bereavement, anything besides nothing decided. That's just as worse as saying no comment. Because he didn't really answer the question. He was just like, hey, no, he won't. He just said nothing decided. That's just like, wow, that's a very general, open and shut case. And you're like, wow, what is this coming from? So, yeah, it doesn't look good. We still don't know what's going on with Joshua. So we're nowhere past what we know about Joshua in the first place. Hopefully, since it came from him, it will end with him. And he gives us some information on why or what the fuck is going on with his calendar fighting year. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn responding again in a different way altogether. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.